Now, are we pleased to be in the presence here of the VIP and the Bastia Village Council? Yes. Okay. Yeah. I am pleased to be here on behalf of the Bastia Community Council in collaboration with the VIP to make something happen for the community of Bastia. For too long, we have been complaining that nothing is taking place. And today we are with the VIP in order to make a start. We ask you, the people of the Bastia community, to come work with us. Come together with us. Let us work together a better community for yourself, your children, your grandchildren, and your neighbors, your friends. We hope that whatever you get as education today, you will be able to pass it on to those who are not present. It is an opportunity we have as a council in order to better our community. And when the challenge came to us as a community council, we accepted it. And here we are today with the VIP, trying and looking forward to make sure we have a successful event. So ladies and gentlemen, my friends of Bastia community, we have a lot to be said and done. And we are hoping that everybody look forward to the best. You're fed up with what? Your children are working. We have a crime in Bastia, but we thank God for that. We may not be able to have proper transportation or roads fixing, we get in little things, but in order to make sure we achieve betterment in life, we must come together with somebody who is able to work with us in order to get the things done. And the community will see growth, we will benefit, our children will benefit, our children will benefit, and other people, whatever they see as the beginning, they will come to make the end. So, at this time, I want to pass on the mic to the chairman, Mr. Samuel. Oh, pass it back to Ms. Abigail, and she will do the honor. So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and get the best of knowledge you could get today.
Thank you, Auntie Pearl. So for those who have internet, currently I had circulated the agenda on the WhatsApp group, on the Bastia WhatsApp group. I am currently reading from that agenda. At this time, we'd like to bring on Mr. Samuel Bernard. He's the VIP president. Mr. Bernard, opening statement. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. And as we say in the VIP, Kulov. Kulov is an expression of endearment, which means that when we meet, we recognize each other only as human beings, with strengths and weaknesses just as us, here to help one another. You scratch my back, I scratch your back, together we scratch the next person's back, and together we scratch everybody's back, and at the end of the day, everybody's back gets scratched. Co-love means I love you. It's an expression of the endearment we use within the VIP. The VIP has its own language. Every community has its own language. Those who are in the accounting profession, for instance, understand that there is a particular, what they call it, lexicon, which is the language of accounting, law. There's a language of law. And every community have their language, and when they use certain expressions, they understand what that means, and persons who are not in the community generally will not. But these lexicon, which is the big word for language, really represents simple ways of expressing things that can be very complicated, and to do it very quickly. The scientific term for that is a meme, M-E-M-E. And we use memes all the time. The linguistic term for that is metaphors. We use metaphors all the time. The VIP was invited to come and share its knowledge with the community of Basquiat as part of the VIP's Let's Build Our Community Together 2.2 promotion. In this promotion, the VIP is going throughout villages in Trinidad and Tobago to transform minds, to educate persons on a new way of thinking, which will create a new way of talking, a new way of interacting, and a new way of getting things done. Stop the complaining. There are things which only we as individuals can do for ourselves. Let us do them. There are things which only we as communities can do for ourselves. Let us do that. And there are things which only the state can do for ourselves. Let the state do that. The VIP provides that neutral platform where we can bring those three concepts and activities together to create the fabric that is our lives and livelihoods, where we all can have a better life for our children, grandchildren, and our communities, and stop the complaining. You may very well find that the life and livelihood you save may be your own. You may also find that those things which you believe others should do, when you do them for yourselves, you don't need those others anymore. When you depend on others to do things for yourself, you're making yourself into a slave of other people. They can command you. Come hither, go thither, and tell you no. And you will still complain. Let's take one example of a mindset that needs to change. We tell our children, go to school, get your subjects, and get a good job. They take our advice, and they get 10 PhDs. They're still out of jobs. How did that come in the mind of the parent to pass that on to the child? When a child is depending on others to create employment, and when that child is employed, that child is a slave to his employer. Why not tell the children, grow up, learn everything you can from school, from communities, and your peers, and become the preferred providers of labor, goods, services, and entrepreneurship to the world. Why not tell your children to become the kind of person who can survive and thrive in any changing world environment? And this is key. Any changing world environment. There was a time when we had excellent blacksmiths and the world changed. There was a time we had excellent mechanics because blacksmith became mechanic. And today, which mechanic could live on that trade when everything is computerized and all you need to do is change parts on an engine? Similar for those guys who work with radios, house radios. Now when a radio stops working, you don't change the part, change the whole radio. A changing world environment. You want to create children who can survive and thrive in any changing world environment. And for that to happen, you have to transform your mind to become the example of what you want them to be. Children learn from the environment. And what occurs in their environment is their culture. And the product of that culture is the child you produce, which you may or may not approve of. Have we ever studied what kind of children we want to produce? Have we? No. The education system, if I ask anybody today, what kind of children the formal education system is designed to produce? And if you have an answer for that, is that the kind of children that we need to become the leaders and entrepreneurs of our communities and country? My friends, if we give no thought to the kind of children we're supposed to produce, then we'll produce anything and we may not like it. It is time for us as individuals and communities to get together and have the kind of conversations about what kind of children we need to produce. Because if we don't do that, we will not produce the kind of leaders that we need. And when a society does not produce the kind of leaders that it needs, you now have a failed society, and the very members of that society will complain and blame others for their own failure to think ahead and determine what kind of children that they need to produce the kind of leaders that they need to produce the quality of life and standard of living and the welfare and well-being of their communities. The VIP has spent almost 3 decades of experimentation, contemplation, looking at the problems and coming up with the solutions. And we are now deploying that solution, or I should say those solutions, to the communities of Trinidad and Tobago. One of the initial communities is the community of Bastere Village, Moruga. We'll be developing communities one person at a time. one community at a time, one municipality at a time, until we develop the whole country and transform the minds. I repeat that. Transform the minds of our people, where we become more independent and more interdependent with one another. And when the children start observing the behavior of us as adults, that's what they will imitate, and that's what becomes the fabric of their lives. And we will produce the kind of children we need, who will produce the kind of parent we need, who will produce the kind of communities we need, and of which we will not be complaining, we will be proud. My dear friends of Bastille community, we have developed a culture of complaining about our children. But let's be honest and let's examine the nature, the true nature of our children. When it comes to academics, we produce the best people in accounting. You have world-class people, students who top the world. When it comes to sports, these youths top the world. Why are we complaining about our children? When with the proper guidance and direction, we will produce the world's critical thinkers, innovators, problem solvers, leaders and entrepreneurs. When we interact with our best and brightest abroad, when we talk about the brain drain, and have them make a contribution back to their communities, like Bastille for instance, to put a hand to lift the children in Bastille, who we in Bastille would have created to make those guys proud, where those guys can introduce the children of Bastille to their colleagues abroad. You will have income security for future generations. Is that so hard to do? Why wait on somebody else to do that? Get together, learn the system that has been proven by the VIP. Learn the system that you know is proven. You just may not have the language to express it, but you will see by observation. For the last 2 weeks, I have been at Bastille. And every time I come and go, I will pass through Black Ocean, Barco, up to Monkey Town. What do I see? I see a preponderance of businesses in an area for which, when you ask the question, how come that area has so much business? It's the mindset of the people. It's the culture of the people, where their children grow up seeing their parents in business. But more importantly, it's the people in the area that is patronizing the business. I repeat that. It's the people in the area that is patronizing one another's business. Bastille, look around and learn and stop complaining. Stop criticizing others who have been successful. Copy and learn. We all know that in the past, there was a time when you had poultry shop, and everybody of a particular community opened a poultry shop. Then another time, it was sweet drink, wholesale. Everybody opened the sweet drink wholesale in the communities. Another time it was car parks. Everybody opened car parks. Now it is mall. Everybody who have a place that can have 4 divided in 4, it's a mall in those communities. What is happening? They are copying from one another. They are copying from one another. That is the nature of culture. And it is time for we to copy from others who have been successful. And then we copy from one another. This is a different mindset. Stop blaming others for your own failures and be proud that you can see the problem but never come up with a solution. The VIP is bringing an opportunity for you to have that conversation among yourselves. Come up with the solutions and implement it on your own. Do not depend on the government or any politician. No politician has this magic wand to come up with a solution for us. Any community who cannot come up with solutions for their problems is a community that is in decline. Because all the politicians do is listen to the members of the community, observe the behavior of the members of the community, and the minute they see a solution start to work, they come and identify with the solution and then claim it as their own. And you would have lost claim to that, to pass it on to your children, because you depend on the politician to implement the very solution that you know that you should have been implemented. And the politicians, you say they steal it. No, they implement it because you didn't want to do so. You depended on others. Stop. Stop! Stop depending on other people. Nobody was born to do anything for you. And you don't have no special privileges to have anybody do anything for you. Get off your thoughts and get it done. Act, or you shall be acted upon. My friends, I will now go to my former presentation. I must say that the Bastia Village Council has opened a Bastia chat, a community chat for the Bastia people to have conversations among themselves. On that chat, the VIP has posted a document that outlines the Ansness Wellness Plan, which is a community management plan, as part of its deployment of its Let's Build Our Community Together 2.2 promotion. Please read that document, internalize that document, And the VIP will spend months in Bastille to train the willing few. We don't need everybody, we just need the willing few who will be trained to train others, to demonstrate proof of concept. And when that occurs, those who are sitting on the fence will be willing to jump in, welcome them in, and they will demonstrate proof of concept to the others. And when they are ready to come in, let them in, welcome them. The idea is that those who are not ready as yet, you do not want them in because they will mash up the party. What you want is the willing few, those who are committed to the mission, to see it through and understand that there's a lot of hardship. My friends, that period of hardship in the VIP, we call it the assimilation period. The assimilation period is that period of time that it takes for you to build competence and confidence and to demonstrate proof of concept. Those who fail to pass through the assimilation period do not achieve their goals. They stop. And some may start again. We call that the start and stop syndrome. Generally, the start and stop syndrome occurs because of distractions, which distract you from your goals, and you fail. So I now go to the former presentation. The VIP is a registered non-profit organization which is in the wellness lifestyle and wellness management business, not in the investment business. We would have preferred ventures and entrepreneurial program, but you will get VEP. So we took ventures and investment to get VIP, where all of us are VIPs. So the VIP is a registered non-profit organization which is in the wellness lifestyle and wellness management business. It is involved in human development, community development, and institutional development. Its main approach is to transform minds, creating a culture of success. The elements of that culture of success are embedded in the VIP bylaws and executed by VIP infrastructures, which are executed as business arrangements as described within its primary contract and attachments. The Ansness Wellness Plan is one such attachment which contains VIP infrastructures which focuses on improving the lives and livelihoods of your community. This meeting that we are having today is not a meeting of the Bastille Village Council. Sorry, it is a meeting of the Bastille Village Council. It is not a meeting of the VIP. The Bastille Village Council is bringing progress to its community and fulfilling its duty to you. You must fulfill your duty to yourself in response to their efforts. So this meeting is to introduce Bastille Village to the idea of bringing the VIP to your community by selecting your GNET team to manage events and activities which will develop your peoples and community. You do so by encouraging leaders with a vision for your community to become members of the VIP and who will be selected to become members of the Bastille Geonet team. The above initiative is intended towards establishing a Geonet team within your communities. In this manner, you adopt the VIP as yours and you bring the VIP to your community. Now, as community members, we ask you to identify those problems which affect your community at both the individual and community level. We will explain the benefits of the VIP and demonstrate how the VIP benefits can help your communities. If, as a community, you find that the benefits of the VIP can help your communities, please arrange with the VIP for their delivery to be executed and fulfilled by you and your communities acting together for a common purpose. The process for delivery of VIP benefits to your community involves the establishment of a Geonet team in your community. A Geonet team is a management committee comprised of 8 financial members from your community. They are responsible for bringing the VIP benefits to your communities and for coordinating your community activities as designed and as intended to be executed by the VIP infrastructures. The Geonet team is responsible to distribute the benefits of the VIP within your community. Plus, they must ensure that there is an abundance of organized activities called vocations. Geonet team is also responsible to coordinate their activities with other Geonet teams and with other authorities within the country, all for the benefit of your community. Your Geonet team establishes the core of the VIP's infrastructure within your communities. Your Geonet team is constructed to mobilize your community's human resource and wealth to maximize the vitality and benefits to be derived from your physical and economic resources. Your Geonet team is structured to coordinate its efforts with other Geonet teams within its respective municipality. Each Geonet team reports to a Geonet cell. The Geonet cell is responsible to monitor and control the activities of each Geonet team within its respective municipality and among other Geonet cells which exist in other municipalities, creating synergistic benefits which are otherwise impossible to behold if acted alone. With reference to either the Geonet team or Geonet cell, there are 8 roles which are performed by each of the 8 role models known as elite activists. Generally and ideally, selection of these role models is conducted by appointment via a merit-based process and which may be supported by election by financial VIP members within your community. The Geonet team is primarily responsible for all VIP activities within your community which may occur within its geopolitical network. That's why we get the expression geopolitical network, meaning the physical and virtual location which comprise its assigned physical or virtual communities, acting in collaboration with your village council and the municipal corporations. The Geonet team and Geonet cell shall apply the benefits of VIP infrastructures to coordinate the activities to develop the peoples and your communities. The goal is to establish a new way of thinking based on a culture of success, which creates an abundance of success, health, wealth, and happiness, and prosperity within your community. In the VIP, each activity, such as football, cricket, savings, or entrepreneurship, is known as a vocation. The Geonet team is responsible for increasing the number and vibrancy of vocations which are enjoyed within your communities. This is the responsibility of the vocation officer. Within the Geonet team is the vocation officer who is responsible for establishing a proliferation of vocation teams which are similarly led by elite activists who are financial members selected by your community and who are passionate about promoting their given vocation within your communities. Ultimately, this design of the VIP infrastructure is intended to empower members of your community to use the power and benefits of the VIP to get things done within your community. It motivates the people of your community to achieve success in life, leading to diversification of your economy and to encourage entrepreneurship, especially among the youth, intended to transition intergenerational wealth to your grandchildren, which provides income security to your future generations. This means that the ambitious members of the Bastia community must become members of the VIP and establish the VIP as part of the Bastia community. Then you can participate and enjoy the VIP promotion called Let's Build Our Community Together 2.2. It is necessary to identify and encourage those influencers within your community who have the same progressive mindset as your village council and who understand the importance of collaboration and interaction with the VIP towards transforming the minds of your community, which shall create an abundance of new opportunities for your youth to succeed in your community. The town hall meeting is to educate your community about the benefits of the VIP and to encourage community leaders who want to be selected to function as the Bastia Geonet team and manage opportunities which you create within your community. This is how you bring the VIP to your community. The Geonet team is an independent entity which should collaborate with the village council and others to get things done for your community. Your village council has taken the path towards success by informing your community about the opportunities to learn how to use the VIP infrastructures to create a better community. Your village council's message is to adopt the VIP in your community by establishing a local management community comprised of forward-thinking community members who are members of the VIP and who want to serve your community as members of the Bastia Geonet team. If you are tired of the problems and want to become part of the solution, if you are inclined to become a member of the Bastia Geonet team, please submit your name and contact in the list being made available for the purpose. I rest.
Okay, at this time, what I would like to do is to open the floor. Okay, to open the floor for the people, the villagers of the Bastia community to share, your thoughts on how we can go forward with, making a better community. What are the events that we should be promoting within the community? To make the community a better place to live, even for the kids and to teach them discipline and things like that. We'd like to hear from you guys. And hold on a minute. Show of hands so I can get the mic to you. We'd like to hear from you. Right? Tell us what is the problem at community level? What is the problem as an individual that you all are facing in the community? And you think that we should change, because what we're looking to do is, as we form the infrastructure with our community committee, right? And we are going to network of all of our resources, right? To be able to get a lot of activities taking place within the community. So what are your thoughts? Do you think it should have more of something, you think it should have more, activities? Do you think it should have please share with us. The Mr. with the umbrella.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel. I born Princess Town and belongs to Moruga. What I'm seeing in Bastia, there's a lot of, you could say, there are certain things that the contractor do from past to school, all down to Midland Trees. There is drain from Midland Trees taking the water under the road in a culvert. And when they cast the pavement, they block off that drainage that coming from Midland Trees to go under the road, to go under the other to take the drain out. That is one part. The next part of what that we have in Moruga, there's a lot of fellas, I don't know if they're looking for work, or if they can't work, or if the education standard is not up to date. And this is a problem that we have in Moruga. There is fellas moving around in the night, and they're handling people saying at that bar. After last night we had a problem with a fella break open a car in Chapter Trees. And Daniel when Daniel was going to work this morning, Daniel heard him horn in the wagon. And there's a car by you in Chapter Trees, blowing. And when Daniel walked in, he meet the boys sit down behind his steering wheel. But I just drive the car. And anytime I drive that car, I park it up, I make sure I put on the steering wheel. I don't know how you open the door. He empty everything from the inside of the pocket of the car. And this is things that the committee of Bastia Moruga and the environment, we had to get straight with these fellas on them. It's either put them away and let them relax the body. The next thing we have been people having dogs, hunting dogs in the environment of Bastia. And I don't know if these people don't understand that they have people that want to rest when united. And that is a serious problem. You don't have a set of dog in a kennel where you have people living. It's either you want to mind hunting dog, we say no. But you don't take a set of dog and put in a kennel around a neighborhood. That is bad. And when you wash the kennel, everything comes down to the drain. The Pentecostal church has been a problem, and the environment has been a problem because it's in the drain and it smells very bad. That is the thing we have to look into. And I notice any time that the Pentecostal church have meeting or they have church on a Sunday morning, people out very early. You don't want nobody telling nothing. I live in right next door. I talk to him about it and he pays no money. That is my contribution. And I see something here to talk about these bats that we have inside of this community center. We have to get some chemical and get them bats out. That is a health hazard. That people sitting down and bats flying all over the place. That bad. And it's a chemical that we could get and full committee center to get these things out. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I have recognized safe drive home.
Thank you very much. This is one of the gentlemen that I met as I was doing that community walk through the community. We spent the last 2 weeks meeting the villagers in the community. And one thing for sure is that the community is very, very interested in having solutions to their problems. So the size of the attendance does not start to describe the desires of the community to solve their problems based on my conversations with them. But it is easy to understand. It's not everybody that will be able to come out at the same time on any given day. That's one thing. The other thing is that some people may prefer to wait and see because past experience has been disappointing. I've spoken to people who have identified those challenges. Some say that people come and say that they will do for them and talk and leave. Some say that they try to get together and it boiled into a bowl of confusion. But this is different. This is different. Nobody is coming to Bastille to do anything for Bastille. You will do it for yourself. As James Brown said in a song in the early 70s, I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Just open the door and I'll get it for myself. That was the time of the Black Power movement. When people rose and said, look, there's nothing in my way. I want to achieve my aspirations. Unfortunately, that spirit has subsided. Why it is different with the VIP? It's different because, again, the VIP is not coming to do anything for you. The VIP is coming to teach you how to fish. And you get out there and fish. The VIP will teach you how to get your nets. The VIP will show you how to organize your funds, your own funds, which other people uses to improve themselves. And when your children go, they want you to get all kinds of things, and they still will not give them the funds. And most importantly, the real problem is this. People gather together and discuss only problems, not solutions. And those who may discuss solutions do not do so as an organized group intended to implement the solutions. This is where the biggest problem is. What the VIP brings is the infrastructure for you to get together as a focused and organized group to get things done. The VIP's objective is to maintain the system. That's the obligation of the VIP, to maintain the system. And you are to work that system. My friend, that is true democracy, where people have the tools to get the things that they want done and to get it done for themselves. When a people is depending on others to do it for themselves, that is slavery. That's not democracy. My friends, I want to transform your mind for too many years, you have learned to put your finger in some ink every 5 years for other people to do things for you. Look at the results. The true freedom is to learn how to get together, collaborate, cooperate, share, and you get together with a common purpose to get things done for yourself. Once that's happening, you will find that all of the blocks start to disappear. And I share this with you. Once you become ambitious and you start to do things for yourself, nature gets in the way. Nature, not other people. You interpret it as other people. Nature gets in the way. That is the assimilation period, where you feel like if something holding you down, but keep struggling. As you struggle, you build more muscles, and faster than nature can build its muscles. And eventually, when nature realizes you're not giving up, and your muscles get stronger than it, nature let go of you and say, tell me what you want, I'll give it to you. And at that point in time, ask for the word, because nature will give it to you. If you ask for less, and you come back again, nature will do you back again. So when you are struggling, you are passing through the assimilation period towards your success. Don't give up. My friend, come forward. You see, raise your hand. Come forward, or someone give him the mic.
Good afternoon, everybody. Everybody knows me as Wade, right? One of the problems we have in Moruga is as people coming together to do good things for Moruga. Unless they don't have some benefits, they don't want to come. And I'm speaking from experience. One of the biggest netball competitions I ever run in Moruga, I even had fire service team playing in the competition, so you know it was big. The other day about 2 years ago after I started, I created something here, but no support. We have a lot of youths in Moruga here. What they do? They smoke it, they drink it, they steal it, all these kind of things. We have so much ground. We have a ground right there. We have basketball court. We have the composite ground, basketball court there. We have ranchment. We have math. We have seminaries. But the problem is program. No program. No program. We have village council here. No program. We have the regional court. Still, what they do every now and then, when the savannah come like a forest, they come and they cut it. Right? We have no program in the place. What we need is program. And to have program, they have a serious group of people coming together and make plans. Here is not a place where you can make plans. But you have to have a body of people coming together and make plans. People with vision. People who want to give and not benefit. And that's the problem we have. Everybody wants to benefit. Nobody is willing to give time, talent, and money. Because even the business people who are making money from the villagers, if you go to them, they're not giving you anything. Like $100 is money to do anything. You understand? So unless we can come together as people and have vision, then we win.
Pull up, my brother. Pull up. And again, as I say, the VIP is bringing the infrastructure to have purpose-driven conversation as what you are saying. Purpose-driven. Purpose-driven means that the intention is to move towards solutions. Within the infrastructures of the VIP, there are benefits for the individuals, which address some of the things you are saying. Remember, people have a self-interest. There are benefits for the family. There are benefits for the community. And we are discussing generally a structured benefit created device for the community, which evolves into benefits for individuals too. There are benefits for your institutions, like a cricket club or a non-profit organization. And the whole system is designed that once persons become members of the VIP, the knowledge of the system becomes communicable in the minds of the individuals, which will pass on to their peers and their children, and slowly you'll get a transformed community. I've just described the process of that assimilation period. All assimilation periods take time. The change of culture takes time. But you know what? You want to design your culture. Design your culture. You want to determine what kind of culture you need. And all of that is part of the benefits of the VIP, which you will be shown how to do it. All right, I think there's something on the agenda that we may have missed. So,
okay, so we will come back to discussing the problems and solutions. At this time, we'd like to bring in a message from Attorney Christine to Mary, who identified with the mission of the VIP and your community.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Christine St. Marie, attorney at law. So the VIP is about building and transforming generational wealth. It's also about self-sustenance and wellness. So I encourage you to be the change that you want to see in your community. A community's greatest resource is the human resource. And I am certain that Moruga, there are many people who are very well educated and who have talents and the skills to change Moruga for the better. Another benefit that comes with being a member of the VIP is networking. And there is power in numbers. As Mr. Bernard has said, we have taught our children to be employees. Go to school, get high grades, and become somebody's employee. We don't teach our children to become employers, entrepreneurs, and this is the direction that we need to take. Because I am certain that somewhere in Moruga, there is a young man who is very talented, or a young lady and they might be working for somebody, feeling unfulfilled and feeling like they could spread their wings. And because we have socialized in them that they need to be working for somebody, that they do not have what it takes to become their own boss, they feel that they cannot do it. It is time that we change that mindset. You can do it. Young lady, if you have a skill, you do not have to depend on the government to make that dream happen for you. Yeah? All you need is to get to network with the right people in order to make your dreams come true. And by being a member of the VIP can make that happen for you. So being a part of VIP's management plan, you can become a part of the solution for the problems that you are currently facing. And the VIP's management plan can actually be a blueprint, set a precedent for self-sustenance and community development that you are looking for. And as an added value, an added benefit to being a part of the VIP, you have access to legal consultation. And that is where I come in. So, in embarking on your community development plans or your entrepreneurial endeavors, you can get legal guidance in doing what you do. So you will not be entering into any venture blindly. And so you can get access to that legal consultation by joining the VIP, because by joining the VIP, you get access to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. All right. I would like to open the floor again for us to continue discussing. Hi, Giselle. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Giselle Lewis, and I am the Secretary of the Bastia Community Council. The community of Bastia is a big community, and it does not only comprise of Bastia, but we bound to Penal Road, we have Edward Trace, we have outside communities. So Bastia comes as the mother of the community of the different branches. So you know, when you have different branches, different entities make up a community. But one of the problems we have in Bastia generally concerning schools is bullying. And that is a major problem today. What I would like for us to embark in is some parental workshops. Workshops that will expose children to what they could be, instead of just, some of us, we have children and we send them to school. Yes, you have to go to school, but we don't assess our children to know if they are book worthy, trade worthy. So we just push them in school. So when you push them there and they don't understand what's going on there, they tend to be disruptive. So now when you send them to the teachers on the site, and nowadays teachers don't care, they just teach who interested, right? So we as parents have to understand our children first. So that is one situation we have. The other, as Mr. Wayne said, we have different clubs and everything, but we have a club and some parents can't afford to pay the monthly fees to send the children to the club, right? We have the Bastia Women's Group. They embarked on a yearly walk on empowerment of women, and last year was very successful. So we know going forward, this is something that brings the community together. It will be bigger. Now, being part of the VIP group, we know it will be bigger because it will be expanded and a lot of ladies will come in and understand and see what is going on through the VIP. So they will know that the Bastille Women's Group is concerned in going forward and bettering them. We have a lot of young ladies that is, we have teenage pregnancy, that's another problem. Again, we're going back to the parental workshops. And if we get those workshops as the community, and we get these young ladies involved from school. Now, I remember going to school and my teacher, Miss Painter, used to talk to us about these things. Now, they don't have it in school anymore. And parents nowadays don't discuss these things with their children. So when you go to school and they hear it and watch it on YouTube, then the problem starts. We now live in a technological world. Everything is technology. Our children is technology, right? I heard the gentleman mention that we teach our children to be employees and not employers. My 7-year-old son has a business. He sells water and soft drink. My 7-year-old son, and that was his idea. We live in a community that has no power, nothing. And the neighbor came and she said she wanted something to drink. And he said, I was selling a soft drink. I said, can you just sell the soft drink? Are your friend? Here, my aunt, you buy it? I said, yeah, but are your friend? You could give her a soft drink. So I gave her the soft drink. And when we sat inside, he said, I feel like I better sell some soft drink, yes? I said, well, if you want, I will purchase the soft drink and you will sell. Now, we sell soft drink and water when he comes from school. He pulls out the screw outside, he finds out to make sure he has ice in it, and he's outside while he plays football in the yard. He sells his water and soft drink. You can't touch that money with a pan. Now, if you have to buy that soft drink, I have to buy out of my money, but his profit stays in his farm. I mean, you don't understand the concept of overturn, but I know, but he's doing it at 7 years. And I encourage him. And that's the kind of thing that we need to do with our children from young. We need to encourage them. When you see that they have a little skill in something, when they show interest in something, encourage them. We had a summer camp, a free summer camp. And the children barely, there is a big trip to go to the summer camp. Football, basketball, netball, cricket. You get in a meeting when the day come. And you had to beg parents to send them. When you realize they were getting the meal, and the time is from 9 to 2, babysitting hours. 9 to 2 is then they can get filled, and they send them. So it all comes back to parenting. Some of us might feel as saying parenting and we're not bashing anybody, but sometimes we might feel we do it the right way, and it's not the right way. We have ways to look around it to get it done better. But we might understand. We might outgrow our children, as we might say, and we might understand them. But somebody else might have another idea and method for you to try, and it might work. So, being in a group and an organization is a plus. Mental illness is another one. It's a great one. Throughout the community, throughout the workplace, in the schools, you're mentally drained, parents mentally. We have a lot of single parents in the area. So we don't know what someone is going through at home, right? But sometimes when you come to the meeting, also Miss Amanda, we laugh, we talk, we eat, and we go home happy. That is the reason why we have the Bastille Women's Group, so ladies can have a place to unwind and feel comfortable and be themselves. Not so Kiva, not so Miss Fran, our chairman is somewhere around here. So we invite ladies to come out and sit down and be a part of the women's group. So, you know, being part of the VIP is a plus, yes. So the community council and the women's group, because the same ladies in the community council is the same ladies in the women's group. We bond and we do what is necessary for the community. You know, so this is my contribution, and I am happy to be a part of the solution. And look forward to working with everybody here to be a part of the solution for Moruga. Thank you.
back in the brown. Yes, I'd like to hear from you.
Yes, sir, good day to all. My name is Trevor. People do as tears, you know. What I feel is happening in this present time is that the people who are in position to solve our problem, they're not listening to the problem and people in the community. You know, you go to them and tell them, well, truth, you're telling me truth. When they will just, you know, turn our back to our blind eyes and see what happened. That is the problem I feel is happening, throughout this land like Trinidad. Because most of the people, you go by the doctor, tell them, well, so and so is the case, no one. You just turn back on that. When you go there, I believe for some people say we have square pegs in wrong holes. They're not performing what they're supposed to do. You know, and this is something that can wreck the community. So I think we have to hold those people who are in position, you know, responsible for what is happening. You know, all the leaders play a part in deteriorating this position too. But I think we should focus on all the people who are there to solve our problem. So people say they're getting this and they're getting that, and other people try, and you know, that is what does give pressure on the people and the young people. You know, they will see anything happening or this and applying and not. I know, and if you want to take the problem to your own hands, you will get just deeper and deeper. So I think this meeting here tonight will reach a long way, you know, in solving the problem in all the communities in our nation. And I'm glad they're here tonight, and I know they'll give us some, you know, some solutions to what is going on in our community. You know, so I thank you for your opportunity, and I look forward to more talking and business with VIP. Amen?
Let me address the sentiment of your contribution. One of the things that you will learn is that when you're in VIP is that when you're having conversations and you're addressing somebody's contribution, it's useful to rephrase it as honestly as you can and get agreement. And then you address it. It's based on a principle that says, first try to understand, and only then you try to be understood. So my friend's contribution essentially was that there are people who are put in position to solve the problems and they sit on their hand. Isn't that so? Good. So I have done what I have said. I also have brought in another concept of the VIP. Be the person that you would like others to be. So I actually use the very same thing that I would want others to be. So, now, the contribution essentially was one of reliance on the efforts of others while you sat on your hand. You should have been the solution that you want that other person to be. By the way, I'm not talking about you particularly, I'm talking about the generic you. That you that always talks about the they, the undefined they don't do. You is properly defined. The very things that they are not doing, and you being a spectator hiding behind their shadow, while you are a spectator in your own life, you are doing the same thing by not getting up and doing it for yourself. And you are now at the mercy of those people that you put there to do. My friends, when that happens, gather together with people of same minds as you. That person does not have the same mind as you. I'm giving you a solution. Gather together with people of same minds as you. You want action, and you will have conversation with others who want action and criticize that so-called leader who does nothing. Then you be the leader with those others and get it done. Form a coup, create a coup, or go and organize among yourselves where you are the solution to your problem and not others. Stop hiding behind other people's shadow while you are a spectator in your own lives. My friends, what you are hearing and what you are getting is the teaching of the VIP, which when you leave here and you have conversation with others and you reproduce those teachings, it becomes communicable in their minds, and slowly the mindset in the community changes from one of complaining about others to one of being the example of what you want others to be. And you get together with others of same minds and get it done. Do not be the victim of others. Cool up.
Cool up. Okay, what I would like to do is to use some of the benefits of the VIP, right, to kind of show how the community can benefit from the VIP by using the infrastructure of the VIP. Right now, we grow through social networking. The membership grows through social networking. People will come in the VIP for different reasons, right? Some will come for leadership in the committees and they. Some will come for, we have a medical plan that will help you to be able to get access to funding in the event of sickness and so on, right? With regards to the community part, when building the infrastructure, let's say for instance the road, the problem with the road. There are people living in the community that have different expertise in getting things done. People who work in construction for years. Alright. If we grow, when we grow through social networking, right, you'll find that we would now meet people with these type of expertise that are members of the VIP. This is where we can now come together and fix that problem in the road. You can, right, come together and fix that situation in the road. We don't have to wait on the government to do it. Because people right from around know how to fix the road. It's themselves who fixing the road anyhow. Right? So that is the power of the VIP when you use social networking. You tap into the network and you see who you know and you say, see this thing, down that road there, I have a problem with this road, I'm not able with this. Alright, what we going to do?
We form a vocation community committee. No, it's a mobilization crew in that case. It's an infrastructure and VIP. You come up with a proposal, get it approved, you organize and you work with your people and you get the funding and you go and you fix that road, that situation there. You understand? That is the power of the VIP, where it is we self-actualize and be able to get things done on our own. Okay. The government has a lot of programs that we don't know about in the communities. What we want to do is as we build the infrastructure, that is, the infrastructure follows the model of the municipal corporation and it uses human resource. I guess you all had understood when Mr. Bernard was explaining it. You all had understood that part of it where you have eight roles and functions at GeoNet team level, as Bastia GeoNet team, right? And it has 8 roles and functions. They have vocation officer, SAL-UNET officer. So I'm going to use these two for example. The vocation officer's responsibility is to ensure that there are activities taking place within the community. Okay? Now, children, it seems now right now, children and parenting skills. Okay? So if it doesn't want to deal with the kids now, take them off of the streets, give them a new way of living, give them something to look up to, different things like that. You're dealing with discipline, right? So you want to continuously have different programs, example, if it's cricket, if it's football. I think this Moruga community known for, I think it's football, am I correct, and the basketball court? But you want to have the program in a way that it could take the kids to tournament, something to look up to. International is what we're talking about. Elite athletes, right? Creating more athletes, right? And in an intergenerational sense, because you just don't want to have it stop. Because when I have been in the community, you'll have people talk about things start and it stop and it start and it stop. You don't want it to be like that. So at the committee level, a vocation community committee, let's say for football, let's say for cricket, we're not going to reinvent the wheel. What we're going to do is to get the people with those expertise in the community together. What I gonna do? What we gonna do? Well, when I say we, right? The committee, right? The GeoNet team committee, we're gonna get those people who have those expertise and form a committee, and they're gonna organize a program, right? To take the kids. Now you have the marketing, messaging and different things like that to get into the community, to take them off of the streets, right? When it comes to parenting skills, you can form different programs to teach people how to become better parents then, for instance, right? So there are a lot of different ways that we could come together using the people in the community, in the village, to uplift and self-actualize yourselves here in this community. And that is the way that we are headed. For instance, SAL-UNET officer, they are responsible for building relationships with service providers within, let me say, the Princess Moruga area, right? Because that is our focus. Princess Moruga, Bastia being the first GeoNet team. Because you have GeoNet Cell, Princess Moruga GeoNet Cell, and that's a committee at 8 again, and then you have Bastia GeoNet team, Pina Rocco GeoNet team, you understand. And in the team you have GeoNet crews. That's people that we wear the green jerseys, right? Those crews, they participate in different active vocation of their choice. They sign up a form and they participate in those active vocations, right? Where I was going with the point I wanted to make there. Oh gosh, it was the kids I was gonna, just a minute. Oh gosh, it's the point I want to make. What I'm saying here is that as we bring up ourselves into these groups, you find that we would be able to work together and collaborate together to solve our problems in the community, right? Or salaried officer, that was my trend of thought. Salaried officer, that officer responsibility is to build relationships with service providers within the GeoNet cell, Princess Amaruga GeoNet cell. Okay, we can get all kind of discount whatever we want as a group, as a body of people that we want. If we want to get discount in Passage, if you get what I'm saying, as little as that. You want to get discount in a drugstore, you want to get discount at doctor's office. If you understand what I'm telling you, because as a body, we can act to what we want when we work together. That's basically it. And that is where we are heading. So what I want to say tonight is, well, we wanted to, and I don't know if we can still get from the people, the villagers who attended tonight, but for those who would be interested in participating in the GeoNet team, there is a form available that you can sign as you're walking out there. You can ask for the form and they will give you the form and you put your name down. For those that knows anyone that they would like to select to participate in the GeoNet team, put the name down and the contact number. And your name on the side, at least we can say, if you want, you don't have to, it's not mandatory, but put your name down and we will give them a call. Because the next step after this meeting here tonight is to formally form that GeoNet team and start having discussions on what is going to be the vocations that we are going to start to begin implementing within Bastia community. So you are going to see us more often, okay?
Okay, we'll take more comments. But what I want to do, there is a poster that we have on the Bastia WhatsApp chat. And I'm going to just read some excerpts from it. So those of you who may not have access to that document, you'll have an appreciation for what is to be achieved. The Ansness Wellness Plan is a community management plan. It addresses the cohesiveness, safety, security, welfare and well-being of participating communities, focus upon the youth, women, male underachievement, and retirees. That's everybody. Male underachievement is extremely important because that's where you get antisocial behaviors, domestic violence, crime. Once you address that, you will reduce those antisocial behaviors. Women, empowerment of women. The fastest way to reduce poverty is to empower your women. Women take care of the children. An educated woman understands the importance of education and will make sure to impart the quality of education that she understands that is worthwhile onto her children. However, she is a product of the culture and therefore she needs to have a transformation of her mind. And once that transformation takes place, she will pass that transformed way of thinking onto her children. That's why it's important to empower your women so that you will get better children who become better parents, who create better communities and a more successful nation. So, it talks about the cohesiveness of communities. Cohesiveness. Cohesiveness is the ability of communities to stay together. What we have in all our communities throughout Trinidad and Tobago is a situation where we are all alone in a crowd. We are all alone in a crowd. And the reason for that is because while we become more independent, we practice less interdependence. We become more dependent on our institutions, which provide us everything, and we are less dependent on one another. It is necessary for us to have institutions that increases our interdependence. Interdependence is just a big word for relationships. Relationships is a product of networking. And when you network, you have access to the resources of others, and you're no longer alone in a crowd. I will move to another section of this document. So we talk about what the children learn. The children and the community, they learn the principles of social network science and social entrepreneurship to share and to social network among themselves and with other communities, institutions, and with the diaspora. Under the ANSNES network and the Family Tree Affiliate Program, these are networking institutions, to become the world's critical thinkers, innovators, problem solvers, astute leaders and entrepreneurs who produce food security, income security, health security, and social security for our nations. Would you want that? And when we talk about the diaspora, we are talking about the educated people from Bastia who are abroad and they have access to resources and knowledge which they are willing to share. And many times they try to give back to the community, but there isn't any ability for the community to receive what they want to give, and they get very frustrated and give up. Via the VIP, which will establish the infrastructure to maintain those relationships with your diaspora, who are the best and brightest that went abroad. You now can tap into those resources so that those persons abroad will know that there's this facility, there's this structure where they can put a hand down and give back to their communities, to lift up the youths, to make a better people for their communities. They learn to apply the principles and teaching of business, agriculture, sports, arts, pan culture. They're democratically controlled community entrepreneurial cooperatives, community entrepreneurial societies, and non-profit community entrepreneurial trust funds to manage risks, health, relationship, and wealth, to create a culture of success, which is applied to create the type of children, parents, leaders, and entrepreneurs and people that we want, which we need to improve the welfare and well-being of our communities, reducing crime and antisocial behaviors to make this world a better, safer, happier place to live. Right before you are seeing the very tools that we call VIP infrastructure, which is available to you via an institution that you can bring to your community and practice this culture of success. I will stop here.
Okay, so at this time, I would just like to give the vote of thanks to you guys. Thank you for coming out tonight, and we'll look forward and seeing faces. And don't forget, put the person's name of interest that you believe may be interested in participating in the GeoNet team, as well as your name if you would like. Auntie Pearl, you have anything you'd like to say before we close? Okay, so thank you again for coming. You guys will see us more in the community. Reach home safely. Crew love.